When we see a problem like M.1.10, we need to recognize this as a translation problem. And the reason why I know that this is a translation problem is because several times in this problem question, I'm asked to do something with a number. We see this number, the same number. What is the number? We don't know what the number is, so that means we're going to be translating some number into an algebraic sentence. And usually when we don't know what a number is, we're going to use a variable. Most commonly, we use x. And so I'm going to start off with this first part of the problem when it says when you multiply a number by 4. When I multiply a number by 4, that means I am multiplying a number by 4 can be represented by 4 times x. I'm multiplying some number by 4. And then I subtract 7. All right, so I multiplied a number by 4 and then subtract 7. It says the result is the same, so that means that whatever this is going to be the same, which same in algebraic language means equals. So it's the same as if I first subtracted 7 from that same number. So I would mean subtract 7 from that same number. Remember, we don't know what that number is, so that we're going to put x as that same number. And then multiplied by 11, which means we're going to multiply that same number we just subtracted 7 from, and multiply it by 11. So once we have our equation set up, all we need to do is solve, because it's asking us what the number is. And in order to find out what the number is, we need to do some we need to do some algebra. So I'm going to first distribute this 11, and this is going to be 11x minus 77 is equal to 4x minus 7. I'm going to get all the x's on one side, so I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. This is going to go to 0, and I have negative 7 is equal to 7x minus 77. And then I'm going to add 77 to both sides, and this is going to go to 0. And so I have negative 7 plus 77 is positive 70 is equal to 7x. If I divide both sides by 7, this goes to 1, and then I get 10 is equal to x. And that is indeed one of my answer choices. And just always make sure you check your answer when you have an algebraic equation like this. Just check your answer to make sure you're right. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 minus 7 is equal to 33. All right, this side is equal to 33. And then let's do this over here. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. And so 11 times 3 is equal to 33. So both sides equal 33 when x is 10, so 10 is our answer. The important thing to keep in mind is whenever you are given things like a number or some number, you want to make sure that you set that equal to a variable. And then start doing a translation. This may look like an algebraic sentence, but it also could look like you making the missing side of a rectangle x, because you don't know what that missing side is. And the other thing to keep in mind is when you see the word same, to translate that into equals.